Hello again, this is Lillian too, coming to you once again with our latest module in the online Destiny Reading course. How to read the secrets of your birth chart, the Paht, 8 characters chart that all of us are born with, or also known as the 4 pillars of destiny. Now remember, by now, you should be pretty adept. We're pretty much more than halfway through the course now, and by now, you have actually learned enough to do a very basic and very strong reading of your own Paht chart, and even try to attempt the reading of the Paht charts of your friends, your relatives, your close ones, loved ones, Towards the end of this course also, I will be doing a lot of readings. I will devote 1 or 2 modules to just exclusively reading all kinds of different charts in order for you to get practice. Remember, in Paht, the more practice you have, the better. So now, today, this is module 8, we're looking for stars in the chart. And as I told you the last time, we do have different kinds of stars. And today's lecture will be really to get you to familiarize yourself with some of the stars in the chart. There are a lot of different stars in the chart, and they are created through what we call combinations of elements within anybody's chart. The permutation of combinations of the 5 elements, whether with a yin and yang phase, or whether as heavenly stems or as earthly branches, is actually quite phenomenal. If you do the mathematical calculation, you will see that there are many different types of charts. And the chart is not just the main chart. We also have the luck pillars. And then we also factor in the calendar years. And that's how you do destiny reading. Before going any further, I would like to tell you the stars in your chart are not always good and are not always bad. They can indicate good fortune or they can indicate misfortune. They can indicate something very special about your life, or they can indicate the persistent obstacles. Certain causes and conditions always seem to come together to make life very aggravating. Okay? So the stars in the chart can indicate good fortune and misfortune. They create what we call additional influences, nuances in the reading of what life holds in store for you. But the stars must always be read in conjunction with all the other elements that are already in the chart, with everything that we have already studied. Whatever is missing from the chart is always a weakness. So remember, one of the rules about Paht is that whatever element may be missing from your chart, you always want to ensure that you want that element. You're always looking for that element, either in your luck pillars, in the calendar years, or you can actually create the energy of that particular element in your surroundings. And here's where Feng Shui comes into the Paht reading. Now, a weakness, unless it is compensated, like if there's a missing element, unless it is compensated for in either one of these 3 ways that I've just mentioned, it can lead to a lot of problems. It can lead to a manifestation of misfortune if it is missing. But when it is compensated, it turns, and immediately you have the manifestation of good fortune. It's as simple as that, okay? So it prevents the manifestation of good fortune if it is not compensated for. And elements of the calendar years, what happens, in the bigger environment, the effect of the calendar years, like this year is the rabbit year, so it's wood. Next year is a metal rabbit, so it's metal and wood this in the year 2011. But in the year 2012, it is water and earth. And of course, in the year 2013, it is snake and water. So you have to see what these elements do to you, how they interact with your chart and how they impact you. The first star I want to introduce you to is what we call the star of the Nobleman. This is a fabulously good, auspicious, amazing, good star to have. Not everybody has the star of the Nobleman in the chart. Now, if you have the star of the Nobleman, what this is known is 天意贵人. 天意 is heaven, 贵人 is nobleman. So this is a noble lord sent to you from heaven. This is the star of the Nobleman. It is the helpful lord from heaven. It is always there. If you have it in your chart, all through your life, there will be somebody who is up there helping you is called the star of the nobleman. Now, sometimes this nobleman manifests into somebody really special, really important, helping you, opens doorways for you, like magic, making your life move so beautifully. Everyone should really have the star of the nobleman. Now, those of you who are lucky enough to have the star of the nobleman, okay, you will also have the aura of a nobleman. That means you will always move in such a way that people respect you. People think highly of you. Okay, that is called the charisma, the aura of the nobleman. And at every turning point of your life, something happens, or most important, someone comes, materializes into your life, brings you the skills necessary and the luck necessary to transform whatever adversity that may be affecting you, whatever aggravations that are causing you to feel anger, hurt, betrayal, any kind like that, or some terrible misfortune happening. The nobleman shows itself and pulls you out of that situation. So this is really known. The Chinese love the luck of